Hello, my name is Malikar. Nice to meet you. And welcome back to Steins Gazy Hall. So, what happened last episode? I don't know. Freaking Kagari, what's wrong with her? I cannot get feelings to somebody with nobody. Like, really? They come and bam, and they come and bam. And now I'm scared for Maho because she went back to United States into Victoria Conley University with freaking Luskin. But I'm kinda like, maybe nothing bad will happen because maybe she won't be awakened too late because she won't be thinking about Kurisu because Okabe explained everything to her. So I guess that's why maybe she gonna be safe. But she should not put her memories into her Amedeus. I'm telling that to her. I'm saying that like I control her. No, she will do what she gonna do, but don't do that. Please. And then one Saturday afternoon. If I stay home, not only will it be hot, but Dad will be on my case about helping with the family business. To get away, I come to the area around Ikebukuro station. A year ago, I could have gone to the lab, but with Suzuha living there now, I'd mostly stopped going. But that meant that it was hard to find a place to study on my days off. It was too much trouble to go to the university, and the classrooms probably weren't open on weekends anyway. After a lot of research, I settled on spending my free days visiting this cafe near my parents' home and spending a few hours there. In fact, a lot of other patrons did the same thing. I did buying a single cup of coffee and sitting there for hours on end. I used to do that on Starbucks. Go to Starbucks. No, but I didn't. No, the coffee was too much. I think I always buy like a tea because it was the cheaper thing. It was more cheaper than water. So I'm like, give me a tea. What's your name? Oh, I should go there. I should use my moment. They must write in the freaking cup what my name is and be like, I'm holding Kioma. What happened if the cashier be like, oh my god, Stays Gate? I'm like, he'd be like, yeah, I'm like, oh my god. That won't happen, but yeah. But I'm gonna try it one day. Some brought books, some brought computers. I chuckled to myself as I realized that I joined the ranks of the other normals. Huh? I'm like, we don't have... Where are you now? Oh, the usual coffee, right? I just went to your place and you weren't home. You did. Did my dad make a noises of himself again? It's okay, he gave me some barley tea. Oh, tea. I have to go shopping, will you come with me? Oh. Okay, I will leave now. Wait for me. So she went to my house. My family business was called Okabe Green Gross. It was a bit up old store located in a run-down shopping street. The place was almost 40 years old. I really want them to rebuild it. My mind had wandered. My ear was going to be here in less than 15 minutes, so maybe it was time to call it a day. I'd worked pretty hard during the morning, so it wasn't too bad. I was a little surprised at how hard I've been working lately. I could feel how having a goal gave me energy. I needed to get to Victoria No, as soon as I could. No, nobody gonna go there. No. It's funny, if this game will... Oh, I'm talking too much, sorry. But if this was going to be like one of those games that you choose, I'd be like, nope, nope, no, nobody gonna go there. No, thank you.
Victor Kondonia 大学か。
I was still in contact with Maho via email and chat. She was evenly busy with her research because she was always asleep. Okay, she's sleeping. That's good, so she won't be awake. So you're safe, I guess. I took out my phone. I found myself looking for a certain icon on the home screen. But of course I deleted it myself 6 months ago. Amadeus. Was Kurisu doing well? Knowing her, she was probably coming up with some complicated theory or teasing Maho. It was also possible that she was visiting Channel and heading in from Maho. I was going to say, why you don't go there then? That's right, Kurisu had internet access. So it would make sense if she accessed Channel. But given that...
アマデウスってネット掲示板に書き込んだりすることもできるんだろうか
Kurisu had spent a lot of effort last summer trying to argue with John Titor on Channel. That happened in the Alpha Worldline though. Still, it meant that she was okay with posting. So there was a chance that Kurisu was doing the same thing. If Amadeus had even temporary access to the network, then just maybe... I opened the web browser on my smartphone and without really expecting much, ran and searched a nickname I knew and never forgotten. Kurigohan and Kamehameha. It was the... I spoke without thinking. I bowed my head a little towards the other customer who were staring at me coldly and looked back at my smartphone. Amazingly, the search turned up several hundred. Oh, she's using Channel. They were all comments on Channel. I took a look at the data on the result page. The oldest data back to that number. Those must have been written by Kurisu when she was alive. And I expect to see trace of her here.
っていうか、投稿しすぎだろ。
I didn't realize she spent so much time on Channel. Her comments were spread out on a lot of different boards: physics, mathematics, science fiction, and of course the occult boards. For example, in the science fiction thread, she had passionate discussing about time machines. But unlikely that in the Alpha Worldline, she never came out and denied the possibility of a time machine. Surprisingly, some of her comments seem to be quite the opposite.
いや、意外でもなんでもないか。
After all, she'd gone through all the work required to read a paper on a time machine. Compared to that, her comments on the cult board were brutal. She would absolutely crush the arguments of anyone who dared to propose anything even the least bit unscientific. Supernatural phenomena like crop circles, poltergeist, and spontaneous human combustion. Out of place artifact, the Maya Doomsday calendar, conspiracy theories about how human DNA had been brought from another planet. She broke them down and refused them with a cold thoroughness that even drove away her own side, and if anybody dared challenge her, she left them flat on the canvas. It was just like Kurisu, her comments offered so little room for discussion, it was aggravating to read them. Did she actually enjoy all this occult stuff? She put enough energy into this that I couldn't help but wonder.
いくらなんでも大人げなさすぎだろ。
The first time I met her at last year ATF, I gone through the same experience. But after a certain point, the Kurigo Hamehameha comments suddenly stopped. The cut-off date was July 27 of last year, the day Kurisu died. Her last comment was a slight too-heated response to someone who was mocking Dr. Nakabashi Time Machine press conference. My chest tightened with a sensation of nostalgia and sorrow. I decided to close the browser. But then I stopped as soon as I saw her next comment. I brought the phone closer to my face and stared at it again and again. The data of the comment was December 3rd.
これってまさか
Kurisu died in July 2010. So this couldn't possibly be her. So who was it? Was it someone else who take over the identity of Kurisu? Or was it... Since there was no trip code, I couldn't tell for certain. December 1st was just after Maho and Dr. Leskin had come to Japan, and also about the time I encountered Kurisu. After that, Kurigohan and Kamehameha comment about a rate of ons per week. I looked for the most recent comment.
って昨日の夜じゃないか
It was a discussion about relativity theory. She really did get full mouth when she went on channel. So you are one of those people who think that the Michelson-Morley experiment led to the development of relativity theory? No wonder you weren't making any sense. Go back to grade school, fool. No point in even talking to you. But then I realized that she said the same thing to me face to face. If this wasn't some impostor, if this really was Kurisu, what a miraculous and yet stupid story. Did Maho and Dr. Lesky know about this, I wonder? Probably not. Kurisu wasn't going to tell them. I couldn't help but laugh. Should I try to make contact with her? I want to see if this Kurigohan really was Kurisu. And then I came up with a good handle. Salieri's neighbor. Of course, this was a knockoff of Maho's ID. If Kurisu Gohan really was Kurisu, she have to notice it, right? Okay. I thought I smelled more, and it's true that the original purpose of the experiment was only to prove the existence of aether, but you can't deny that it helped Einstein. As a result, you can say that it formed the basis of his theory. Someone needs to go back to school, and it ain't me. And there it's busted. What about that? I wrote something liberally provocative, and importantly, I mixed in some mistakes. Not to brag, but I thought I knew a lot more about Kurisu than Maho did. Yeah, we know.
あっさり釣られるはずだクリスならな
Hey! At some point, Mayura had woke up in front of me.
なんだもう来てたのか
I'd be so busy reading my comment that I hadn't noticed. I hurriedly put the phone away and stood up.
じゃあ行くか
What?
どうした
Why'd you worry? Maria and I left the coffee. Wait! Are we... So that it means that... I'm like, wait a second. When I stepped inside the air conditioner, I felt refreshed. If it was this hot in June, I shuddered to think what it was going to be like in July or August. Okay, after the book exam was over, we went to her room and listened to her complain, and then the visit was over. Just like Dr. Laskin had said, she looked just fine. She told us she was ready to leave the hospital and jog all the way home. Mayra and the others were relieved, but I felt worried. Did I need to talk to Dr. Leskin about reading Steiner after all? But how would I explain it? It may be a better idea to talk to Maho and have her explain it to him. I couldn't come to an answer right away. We said goodbye to Kaeda and Yuki at one of the stations on the way back. Before we got to Ikebukuro, I remembered to take out my phone and open the web browser. Went to channel, eager to see how she responds to the bait I spread this afternoon. I put my hand over my mouth to stifle the noise. Ah, my ear is here. Mary had been standing next to me and she was leaning over at my screen. I fished her up. Alright, it was Fitzgerald Lorentz who based her hypothesis of the experiment. Einstein himself said it had nothing to do with his theories. You don't even know that. How ignorant are you? I didn't think it would go this well. The time span was from just 30 minutes ago. I decided to respond immediately using the same name. You are the ignorant one. In a letter written before his death, Einstein said that he was aware of Michelson. Cabe, I paused and then reloaded the thread. There was already a response from her. I know that the time lag between the posts was just 21 seconds. All he said was that he knew of the experiment, obviously. Einstein used the Fizeau experiment and the stellar aberration to come up with the theory of relativity. Oh my god, Cabe, you got her. It was kind of irritating to have her come after me so hard. It was as if she was insulting me as a person. Well, I was the one who deliberately written in mistaken, so I should have expected it. You just can't get anyone else win, can you? I see you haven't changed a bit. Are you Mozart? The three other residents were probably confused, everyone except for her. Mary had been watching our exchange and looked at me confused.
知り合いなの？その栗ご飯とカメハメハさんって
まあな、多分古くから付き合いのあるやつだと思う。
Now then, how would she reply to the nickname Salieri's neighbor and post I just wrote? I was curious, but there wasn't an immediate response like before. The train reached Ikebukuro station.
おかり、着いたよ。
The train slid into the station and stopped. I reloaded the thread one more time before the doors opened, and there was a very short response. What is going on? Who are you? Huh? Imakita Industries. Who are you? There could be no double now. That's another person. Okay, Maho was a mess. Her hair was never combed right, but her eyes were bloodshot and her gaze was wandering. The spots under her eyes were too dark for the little bit of makeup she applied to cover them up. Her cheeks were sunken, which made her look even thinner than usual. On top of all, her skin was terribly pale. She looked like something out of a zombie movie. So she didn't come with Dr. Leskin. That means nothing bad did happen to her. Okay, good. Normally she would have gotten upset at Itaru's joke, but either she got used to it or simply given up because she said nothing.
そっちの進展はどう？
なんとかオカリンが分解しちゃう前の状態に組み立て直したを。機能はほぼ再現できてると思われ。
Huh? Itaru glazed toward the develop room, past the curtain in the back of the lab. Right now, he was working with Maho to... Oh my god.
うまくいかないの？
なんか安定しないっつうか、普通の電子レンジになっちゃうんだよね。
そう。何がいけないのかしらね。
オカリンにそこんところの話を聞ければ違ってくるんだけどな。
無理だよ。私たちがこんなことしているって知っただけで怒鳴り込んでくるよ。おじさんは恐れているんだ。世界線の収束する力というものを。あの人を説得するのは容易じゃない。
In fact, it had almost been a year since she first tried and failed. There was a moment of silence.
ってマホタン、もしかして寝てんじゃね？
Maho's whole body jerked and she almost fell out of her chair.
危なかったわ。出勤前なのに二度寝してしまうところだった。
つうか、頑張りすぎだお。無理して体壊したら意味なくね？
このくらい平気よ。というか、これだけやってもまだ天才にはかなわないんだから。
そんなことないと思うけどな。僕はさ、マホタンだって十分天才だと。
気休めなら不要よ。岡部さんの言っていたタイムリープ、こんなにヒントはあるのに未だに解を見つけられないんだもの。記憶データなんて膨大なものをどうやって圧縮して過去へ送ることができたのか。クリスはそれをやってのけたっていうのに。
Maho seemed upset. It was obvious even through the monitor.
ああ、ごめんなさい。愚痴をこぼしている場合じゃなかったわね。今日の報告、他に何かあるかしら。なければそろそろ出勤しようと思うのだけれど。もう一つある。
Suzuha looked at Itaru.
前から調べてほしいって頼まれてた件について。
何か分かったの？はっきりしたことはまだ。そう。
あちこちのネットワークに強引に侵入したりとかギリギリまではやってみたんだお。
別に責めたりしないわ。今分かっていることを教えてちょうだい。
いや、むしろ激しく罵倒とかしてくれて OK なわけだが。
父さん、早くして時間が来ちゃうから。
ほいほい。
Itaru opened a different window on the monitor. He displayed one of the text files in it. It was a record of the information Itaru and Suzuha had collected.
まず、マホタンたちがホテルの地下駐車場で襲われた事件。警察の発表だと、新興カルト教団の男が違法薬物を使った末にって話になってるけど、あれ、間違いなく嘘だわ。
嘘？
犯人の身元は警察発表通り某大学の准教授。これはいいんだけどさ、そいつが宗教団体に所属してたっつう事実がこれっぽっちも出てこないんだよね。公安が隠し持ってる教団員のデータにもアクセスしてみたから確定。
捏造ってことなのね。
アットチャンネルとか見てるとさ、信者っぽい人が時々書き子するんだよね。教団は無実だとか陰謀だとか。そうすると一瞬でものすごい数の教団アンチが湧いてきてフルボッコなわけ。しかもそのアンチどももっともらしい偽の証拠とかガンガン出してくるんだよ。画像付きとかで。いくらなんでもあれはちょっと異常。
そうなの？私そのアットチャンネルというのをあまりよく知らないから。
アットちゃん含めてさ、大抵の大手サイトには工作員が張り付いてるもんなんだよ。しかもビジネスとしてバイト代もらってね。朝から晩まで24時間ぶっ通しで。
情報操作、プロパガンダだね。
政治家や官僚なんかもネット世論の誘導に利用してるし、それを専門にしてる会社もあるくらいだお。
なるほど、それならわかるわ。そのあたりはアメリカも日本も同じね。
でも工作員なんて僕からしたら IP 変えてもバレバレなんで。 それでチェックしてみたら、あの事件すごい人数の工作員が投入されてるっぽい。どこからそんなに金が出てるんだよってレベル。
そう。父さんのバイト先が襲われた方の事件は？
そっちも同じ。
The police had called it a fight between four-inch mafia trying to expand their territory in Japan. The media never questioned the story at all, and even people on the boards of the famous skeptical channel believed everything they were told. Of course, there was no mention whatsoever of Russian or CERN.
でさ、試しに目撃者を装ってロシアの特殊部隊を見たってすれ立ててみたんだよね。そしたらまあすごいのなんの、炎上しすぎてびっくりしたお。あん時は思わず工作員の本名から会社名まで全部晒してやろうかと思ったっつうの。
Evidently, he'd been really irritated. It was rare for Itaru to get so angry, or maybe it wasn't, she decided.
つまりどこかから圧力がかかっていて幕引きにされたってことね。さすがは自由の国日本だけのことはあるわ。
アメリカも似たようなもんじゃね？
違いないわね。
The two of them smiled at the joke.
つうわけで僕としてはお手上げ。
そう。それで十分よ。調べてくれてありがとう。ヒアジョーさん、研究所から来日の許可は下りそうなの？それがレスキネン教授の助手として連れて行ってもらえるよう何回も申請しているのだけれど、却下の連続なのよ。レスキネン教授は今こっちに来てるんだっけ？ええ、新型脳炎の調査でね。
Since it had nothing to do with the artificial intelligence, it seemed Maho won't be allowed to go alone.
いいわ。どうしてもダメと言うなら、こっちにも考えがあるもの。どうする気？
まさか上官の命令無視してでも正義を貫くとか？そして悪に捕まってしまうんですね。わかります。ねえねえマホタン、殺せって言ってみて。できればすごく悔しそうな顔で。
は？父さん。
Suzu had went for her back pocket.
させん。
Itaru showed a slump and as he apologized. Lately, she'd been able to put a stop to Itaru's terrible jokes just by doing that. She wasn't sure if it was a good thing or a bad thing, that she knew exactly how to handle him.
まあ、とにかく近々そっちへ行くわ。わかった。日程が決まったら連絡を。それとヒアジョーさん、出勤するならもう一度鏡を見てからにした方がいい。
Oh. Just before they end the call, Suzu had decided to warn her.
ん
Maho stood up and walked towards the closet without turning off the camera. She vanished from view, but a moment later... She must have seen how terrible she looked because she let out a very unfeminine scream. They relaxed for a moment after turning off the video chat. Suzu had thought back to the time machine, to the time before she became a time traveler. She did this every time she got off the video chat with Maho.
タイムマシン開発の協力者、ヒアジョーマホか。
It was after Maho had gone back to America that she volunteered to help Suzu and Itaru with the time machine. That meant that when Itaru Hashida completed the time machine 25 years from now, Maho Hiyaho must have contributed in some way. But But what?
あんまり未来のことを言うのはまずいんだけど、父さんの仲間にそんな名前の人いなかったんだよね。
そうなん？
ということはさ、どこかのタイミングで開発メンバーから抜けるってことなんじゃないかな。自分の意思なのか、それ以外の外的要因なのかはわからないけど、少なくとも開発の主要メンバーじゃなかったと思う。
そうなのか。かなり頼もしい人だけどな。
こんなことを言いたくはないけど、どこかのスパイという可能性もある。
いくらなんでもマホタンに限ってそれはないよ。
ごめん。でもそういう可能性もあるっていうことだけは頭に入れておいて。言ったでしょ、第3次世界大戦前の情報戦はもう始まってるんだ。どっちにしろマシンの秘密が無駄に漏れるのは困るよ。それだけは徹底するようちゃんと注意しておいてよね。で、この先のタイムマシン開発はどう進めていくつもり？
やっぱオカリンの協力がないとな。
結局そこなんだよね。オカリンおじさん、やっぱり無理なのかな。こうなったら力ずくで。
前にそれしようとして失敗したのはどこの誰だっけ？
Suha pursed her lips. Even with a gun in his face, Rintaro still won't get in the time machine. To be honest, Zuha was out of option. She stealed aside. It didn't do any good to let herself get down. When July came, the sun shone down even harder on the Eastern Japan. Summer was truly here. The news had been saying for days that the heat island effect make this the hottest summer in years. And then on the first Sunday in July, the arrived lobby at the international terminal of Narita Airport was filled with foreign and Japanese passengers returning home.
すごい人だね。どんどん増えてるかも。
見逃すなよ、マヨリ、フェリス。なんせ相手はとにかくちっちゃいからな。
Oh, she's coming. Right? The three of us were waiting for someone here. Lucas, sorry I can't go today. It's fine, no problem. You had something to do, it's alright. Having a lot of people around will just bother Hiyayo. I see it won't be right to make her uncomfortable. She's staying in Tokyo for several days, right? That's what she said. Then I will see her some other time. Please do, I'm sure she'll love it. Okay? We made there almost an hour.
オカリン、今の問題発言は彼女に言いつけざるを得にゃいぞ。
冗談だ、やめてくれ。
でもなかなか来ないね。
やっぱりサプライズでこっそり出迎えようとしたのが間違いだったのかにゃ。
せめて何時の便で到着するのかぐらいは聞いておくべきだったな。
We hadn't told her that we were coming to greet her, and so all we knew was that she was arriving at Narita on an afternoon flight. If I know we were going to have to wait so long, I won't have tried to get the arrival time out of her. There was a stream of passengers flowing by us, but no sign of the person we were waiting for. Just as I was starting to wonder if we missed her because she was so small, she finally appeared. Or more precisely, I saw a giant travel suitcase rolling all by itself away from the gate. And from behind I hear a voice I recognize.
まったくもう、パスポートの偽造なんかしてないわ。なんなのよ。毎回 回毎回どの国へ行ってもいちいち調べられて時間がかかって仕方ないわ。
I walked up to the suitcase and gave it a pat.
いやジョーさん。
Maho had been leaning forward and pushing the suitcase as hard as she could. Her mouth hung open when she saw me.
久しぶり。無事入国できてよかったな。
No.
あなた。
なんか随分やつれてるな。大丈夫か？
大丈夫に決まってそうじゃないわ。どうしてここに？
今日の昼に来るって話してただろ。だから驚かせようと思って迎えに来たんだ。
Surprise.
そうなの？それはどうも。
For some reason her voice became really weird the moment she saw me. Was my being here really that much of a surprise?
でも秋葉原駅までは行けるから改札口に迎えに来てくれればいいって言っておいたのに。
まあいいじゃないか。せっかくだし。それに君一人で本当に秋葉まで来られるか心配だったから。
失礼ね。私はそんなに頼りなくないわ。
Aww. My grandfather came up as well.
魔法さん。てってれー。トゥ。てってれー。
会いたかったにゃー、マホにゃ
As Mayuri grabbed Maho's hand, Forrest walked up and gave her a big hug.
まゆりさんもフェイリスさんもお久しぶり。二人もわざわざ迎えに来てくれたのね。ありがとう。ちなみにこんな場所で大声でマホニャンと呼ぶのはやめてくれないかしら。
にゃんでかわいいのに。
周りを見なさい。みんなが笑っているでしょ。恥ずかしいのよ。
にゃそうかにゃ
Ferris really sticks out after all. While we'd been waiting here, all the fringe had been pointing at her and yelling cat ears, cat ears. Some had even asked for pictures.
いやジョーさん、荷物俺が持とう。
いえありがとう。
Aww, her crush is taking her bags.
でも結構急な来日だったよな。
It was only a few days ago that I found out she was coming.
今回もレスキネン教授の手伝いなのか？
その
Tell me no, tell no. Maho was fidgeting and glazing up at me.
岡部さんはレスキネン教授とはよく連絡を取り合っているの？
ああ、教授ずっとこっちで研究を続けてるだろ。時々食事に誘ってもらったりしてるんだ。すごく光栄だよ。
I mean, we know she didn't come at the same time with him as last time, so maybe, but they need to activate something in her brain to act that weird.
そう。まずいわね。
Huh?
まずい？何が？
いえ、こっちの話よ。
She really was acting weird. She wasn't like this when I saw her last winter. Was she tired from? Oh my god, no, she's acting weird. Or was seeing us here that much of a surprise?
今回は教授の手伝いではないの。沖縄の親類のところへ行く予定なのよ。
Maybe she did find out, but they didn't saw her.
でもせっかくだからその前に秋葉原にも寄ってみようかと思って。
そうか、沖縄か。
For a moment, the name of that place brought back vision of that nightmarish time. After I collapsed on Christmas, I was sent to another world line where I spent a month fleeing to Okinawa.
いいね沖縄。一度でいいから行ってみたいな。マユシーの学校は修学旅行は沖縄じゃないのにゃ。マユシーのところはね、北海道だったよ。フェイリスはハワイにゃ。
Oh, I'm sorry, fairies.
うわー、海外だ。アロハ
Putting aside the girls and their talk of school trips.
じゃあヒアジョーさんは東京にはそんなにいられないのか。残念だな。
そうね、そういうことになるわね。
秋葉原にいる間のホテルとかは決めてあるのかにゃ。
まだよ。これから安いビジネスホテルでも探すつもり。
だったらこのままフェイリスのお家に来るといいにゃ。この前のお部屋自由に使ってもらって構わないにゃ。
でもそんなの悪いわ。
またそうやって遠慮するんやから、フェイリスは大歓迎だにゃ。
No.
だけどそんなに甘えるわけには。
だったらこれでどうか
Wait,
にゃ。
why not?
お部屋を無償で貸し出す代わりにフェイリスのお店でほんのちょっとだけお手伝いしてもらうのにゃ。
お店？
メイクインニャンニャンだね。
まさかそれってあの猫耳のお店？
その通りにゃ。この時期は猫耳メイドのみんなはコミマの準備でいろいろ忙しいのにゃ。お休み取りたいって泣きついてくるんだにゃ。つまり深刻な猫耳メイド不足なのにゃ。というわけで、マフにゃん、どうかにゃ。どうかにゃ。
Dokanya?
お断りします。
Oh.
なんでって当たり前でしょ。私に似合うわけないわ。
Yes, you would.
似合うよ。絶対に可愛いと思うな、マユシーは。意義なしだにゃ。オカリもそう思うにゃ。
Say yes.
ああ、きっとファンがつくんじゃないか。
ファンなんてそんな。お世辞は嫌いよ。
別にお世辞じゃないんだけどな。
だとしたら視力検査にでも行ってくることね。
にゃにゃ、赤くなったにゃ。
なってません。
マホニャンはもっと自分の魅力に気づくべきだと思うにゃ。マユシーが男の子だったらキュンってしちゃうのです。
だからそんなことないと言ってるのに。
ヒアジョーさんは多分もうちょっとなんというかおしゃれとかしてみたらいいんじゃないかな。そうすればもっとこう
I was trying my best to sound encouraging, but just ended up sounding like a real jerk. Of course, she was annoyed.
私は今のままで十分よ。研究が第一なんだから。
でもそれじゃあ好きな人とかできたらどうするのにゃ。相手に気持ちを伝えられなくて困っちゃうにゃ。
Like Okabe.
大丈夫よ。そういう人なんてできないと思うから困ったりしないわ。
It already happened, Maho. She gave a sign that was a little too deliberated.
は さい。時差ボケと飛行機の疲れでちょっと。
わかるにゃ。時差ボケって結構辛いんだにゃ。リムジンを用意してあるからマホニャンは眠っていくといいにゃ。
リムジン？
Paris had rented a white limo to pick up Maho. She really did go overboard. But thanks to that, Mayra and I were able to enjoy its big comfy seats on the way to Narita Airport.
なんならフェイリスが膝枕してあげるにゃ。それともマユシーの膝がいいかにゃ。マユシーはオッケーだよ。
結構よ。子供じゃあるまいし。
でも傍目から見てもだいぶ疲れてるってわかるな。
And acting weird.
そんなに研究が忙しいのか？
それはまあ掛け持ちしているわけだから。
掛け持ちというとアマデウス以外にも何かやっているのか？
She quickly put her hand over her mouth.
それは企業秘密なの。
そうか、それは悪かった。
It was true that American university labs had a lot of stuff like that going on there. I hear there were a lot of industrial species. If she wasn't careful about that, she said, she may get fired or worse. It was a mistake on my part to even ask.
そういえば橋田さんは今日はどうしたの？
あいつなら今日は人生をかけた大事な用があってな。
人生をかけた？
Hazing the date.
ガル君は今デート中なんだよ。
Maho's shock was almost comical.
私本当に疲れているのね。ひどい幻聴を聞いたわ。
いや、そう思うのも無理ないが。
本当にデートなのです。
信じられない。嘘でしょ？あの変態が。
Even Maho was calling him a perv. Daru had said he was talking to Maho a lot too, and I could just imagine what their conversation were like. But actually, if Daru didn't do his best today, it would ruin the war's entire chain of causality. In that sense, Daru's day today was an event with universe-spanning implications. Are we going? Zuha let go of Itaru collar and moved over to the window. Below she saw a group of people she knew. Rintaro Kabe, Mayuri Shina, Faris Nian. And Maho Hiyayo too.
ヒヤジョーさん、もう到着してたのか。でもなんでオカリンおじさんたちと一緒なんだろう。
And then she gave a start and turned back towards the room.
まずいよ、それ出しっぱなし。
Zuha pointed toward the desk in the develop room where the phone wave unit 0.2 was sitting. What two?
やばいやばい、覚醒。
オキドキ。
Okie dokie. If nothing else, this meant that Maho Yayo was coming to the future Gauge lab. Zuha hoped that this meant the work on the phone wave would get back on track. Okie dokie. Huh? 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 Wait, huh? Oh. Where am I? There was a smoke explosion and the room filled with smoke.
ゲホゲホゲホ、大きいゲホドキ。
Okie dokie. Maho crawled out into the living room. Itaru rushed to open the window and she heard a man who was probably the building's owner yell up at them. Itaru poked his head out and apologized to the man below. It took a minute, but the owner was finally satisfied and the argument ended.
それにしてもビビった。
As Itaru whipped away the sweat, she saw that his face and clothes were both covered in soot.
ビビったじゃないわよ。
Maho was no different. Some of her hair had been burnt off and the white lab coat she'd gone through all the trouble to get had turned pitch black.
どういうことか説明して、なぜいきなり煙を吹いたの？
電子レンジが原因だと思われ、粗大ゴミで捨てられてたのを拾ってきたやつだから、どこかしようとしたのかも。
拾ってきたって、あなたね。私たちが作ろうとしているのは人類史に名を残すレベルの大発明なのよ。なのになんで粗大ゴミを部品に使っているの？
業務用の電子レンジは高いのだぜ。
信じられない。私のクレジットカードを使ってもいいからなんとかしなさい。
Maho didn't have that much money, but this was no time to be cheap.
それは助かるよ。
Maho whipped her sweet, soot-covered face with a towel. The white towel turned black immediately.
もう我慢できないわ。エアコンを入れるわよ。
それは無理。電話レンジ仮2号機と一緒に稼働させるとブレーカーが落ちるんで。つうかそのエアコン電気代がとんでもないことになるから1日1時間しか使うの禁止って言ったっしょ。
These working conditions were abysmal. Was Kurisu really able to create a time-loop machine under this circumstance? Just thinking about it gave her even more respect for Kurisu.
わかったわよ。でも髪まですすまみれだからシャワーを借りたいのだけれど。
どうぞどうぞ。
もしちょっとでも覗くような真似をしたらすぐに鈴葉さんに連絡するから、そのつもりで。
そんなことしないって。
For some reason, Itaru responded to Maho's warning by sighing and sloping his shoulders.
つうか僕は今そういう冗談に付き合っていられるほど心の余裕はないよ。
Maho hadn't meant it as a joke. She was extremely serious.
昇進の僕は今週はエロゲすら立ってる状態なんで。
She heard from Suzuha that the day she arrived in Japan, Itaru had screwed up a bat on a date. It was true that Itaru was a lot quieter than his usual self. Mayuri had even said that Itaru not playing H games must be an omen of some impending natural disaster. But either way, she didn't have time for his negativity, so she mostly ignored him and went to the shower room. Since Suzuha used the shower regularly, it was relatively clean. There was a good selection of body soap and shampoo, and Suzuha told her she could use it as she liked.
まったく、せっかくの七夕だっていうのに、なんでこんなすすまみれになってないといけないのかしら。
That day was indeed Tanabata. Actually, Maho had been secretly looking forward to this day. Since she lived in America for so long, she was interested in Japanese traditional summer holiday. She was especially interested in the famous story of Orihem and Hikoboshi and the custom of writing down wishes and hanging them from bamboo. Since she was here, she sort of wanted to try writing down a wish too. She didn't want to bring it up herself because she didn't want anyone thinking of her as a childish, but Mayuris, Faris, and the other girls seemed to like they'd want to do something like that. Part of her had hoped they invite her to. That's why it hurt so much to be spending the hot summer afternoon in the lab with Itaru, covered in soot. She was thinking about that as she washed herself off when she could hear Itaru calling her from outside.
何よ、まさか本気で覗くつもり？このドアをちょっとでも開いてみなさい。泣いちゃうから。
そんな燃えセリフ言ってる場合じゃないって。今マユシから連絡あった。もしかするとオカリンがこっち来るかも。
Oh.
え？岡部さんが？
Now her mind started to race. She'd been told that Okabe really came to the lab anymore. In fact, after he dropped her off here on the first day, he hadn't come by even once. That's why she felt safe going in and out of the lab, but...
電話レンジカッコ仮2号機は隠しといたけど、僕らがやってる研究のことバレないように気をつけて。
わかった。というか私、ここにいたらまずいじゃない。フェイリスさんのマンションに戻って隠れていないと。
なんで？
だって本来なら私は今頃沖縄にいるはずなのよ。
That's how she explained her visit to Okabe. If he found out she was working on the phone with Itaru, there would be trouble.
そうだった。じゃあ急いで出てきて。
あなたがそこにいたら出られないでしょ。
After she was sure Itaru was gone, she quickly washed the bubbles from the body soap off her body. Her long hair still wasn't dry, but there wasn't time for that. She whipped herself off with a towel and was about to leave the shower room when she heard the door open.
Yo, Daru.
Shh. He was here already. She quickly shut the door to the shower room again. But then she looked down and saw that she was naked. Her clothes were lying on the floor past the door. There was no way she could get them without Okabe seeing her. Her only choice was to stay hidden, completely undressed, and wait for him to leave. Oh my god, again naked.
でもこんなのすごくなんていうかそわそわして落ち着かない。
Yo, Daru.
Okay guys, we gonna let it till here. So, it did happen, it did have some, a lot of same scenes from the other part, but obviously I put the different parts one. I we enter a new chapter already. I'm like, whoa. What? Yeah. I'm kinda scared of Maho, but she didn't come with Dr. Leskin, but she was kinda acting kinda weird. But maybe because she was nervous that Okabe was there and hiding the thing of the time leap. I really wish she's dead. And she's staying at Fari, she's not staying alone, so nothing weird that did happen on the last time could happen now. So yeah, I think we're safe, But that observation of Suzuha about Maho not being there could be that later on they're gonna activate something, or maybe not, or she don't know. I don't know. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one if you guys want. Lose myself in this city.